Another huge trade for Nick Caserio and the Texans. They are cooking right now, and it's not really a move that I would expect, considering we don't really need much safety help. We definitely need some depth on that, but we do need some guards. So I don't know if Caserio is looking at guards at all, but you definitely still need some offensive linemen, especially when you traded one. But I agree with this. Kenyon Green was terrible. He needed to get off the team. Some people can argue, oh, the Texans are trading another offensive lineman. Yes, Kenyon Green was terrible last year, but welcome to Texans Digest. We have CJ Gardner Johnson. Get rid of Kenyon Green. And if you're new to the channel, hit that sub button. Again, we are growing rapidly fast. All Texans news. Appreciate everyone with the love and support. All the comments. Let me know how you feel about CJ Gardner Johnson, because I know Eagles fans don't like this trade, and rightfully so. CJ Gardner Johnson, he's gone, and I here's the thing. The Eagles got rid of him mainly because of his coverage ability last year as a slot corner. He was not very good, because when you look at a guy who has a lot of tackles as a safety or a corner, a cornerback especially, tackles as a corner is not good. And we know he got burnt a lot, but he's not going to play cornerback for the Texans. He's going to play the safety position. And when you trade a guard like Kenyon Green, who is not bad, you're basically trading Kenyon Green for CJ Gardner Johnson because it was a pick swap. So I don't know what the Eagles are doing, but I'll take CJ Gardner Johnson for little to nothing. And he's not even making a lot of money. He's only making $3 million. So let's go back to this. The Texans are stacked in the secondary now. They don't really need any more depth. Derek Stingley on the left, Kamari Lassiter on the right. You can have Kamari Lassiter in the slot corner. Here's the problem. Pitre will probably play the strong safety. Does Bullock play the free safety, or do you put CJ Gardner Johnson there? Right now, if you look at the Texans depth chart, they have Okudah playing the right cornerback, Stingley playing the left cornerback, Kamari Lassiter in the nickel, and then Bullock and Johnson on the strong safety and free safety. Now, Jimmy Ward, his time is coming to an end. He's getting older. I do like this move for the Texans. I feel like Jimmy Ward was in and out last year. He was a good veteran piece, but I feel like that is the replacement for Jimmy Ward in the end. And it's a good point. The Texans could have one of the best secondaries in the league now, but I'm trying to figure out where's the holes on defense. There's not much to look out for. You signed Sheldon Rankins. You signed, now you traded for CJ Gardner Johnson. You have a great defensive line, Will Anderson, Danielle Hunter. The only problem is interior defensive line, who we just, got some more depth in. Sheldon Rankins, Darrell Taylor, DeMeco Autry is another nose tackle. And then the linebacking core is pretty good too. Azeez Al-Shaair, Henry 202, Christian Harris. I'm really digging this defense. And when you look at this team now, it's all about how you go on the offense. I was not expecting this many moves this quickly from the Texans. But they're definitely going to try and shape things around now, right? You have a lot of moves that you kind of need to go after in terms of guard positions, and it's definitely looking slim, but let's look at the guards available. As far as the guards still left available, it's not really the best option for the Texans. They lost a lot of potential guys that could have came to the team. James Daniels just signed with the Dolphins. Will Fry re-signed, or he actually went to the Vikings. Aaron Banks to the Packers. There was a lot. Alex Kappa, Bradley Bozeman. There's a lot. So Brandon Sheriff is still available. Kevin Zeitler, Will Hernandez, Nate Herbig, Mekhi Becton. There are not many options left. They're still dwindling. Dalton Reisner, Cody Whitehair. There's not many crazy big options for the Texans, and when you have not many guys to work with, that's going to be a big problem. I really wanted James Daniels. I was thinking about Will Fry. The problem is there's not many guys left, and you're probably going to go after Kevin Zeitler. You could go after Will Hernandez, but it's all guys to just fill the void right now. But if you could get them on cheap deals, that's definitely not the worst decision. This is a great trade for the Texans. It kind of just steals from the Eagles, and he'll be that future replacement at safety, because I feel like he's 100 times better safety than he is a cornerback. You look at his days on the Saints, just a tackle machine. And he went to the Eagles. He was a safety originally, and then they moved him to corner. And then on the Lions, he played there for a year. He's a good player. He's only 27 years old, so he's got some room left to work with. And, honestly, I'm not too sure where he's going to fit in. I'm assuming it'll be safety because the Texans do need some safety help. They lost Eric Murray. Not that Murray was anything special, but he's definitely somebody that's in the room that you need. And Pitre will be coming back off an injury next year, so that's another thing to look out for. But now you have a very good depth at cornerback. Lassiter, Stingley, Ward can come down in the slot and play cornerback if he needs to. Bullock originally was a corner. He moved to safety, so he can play there too. Most of these guys can change positions, and I would love Gardner Johnson to play his natural position at safety because he is a ball hawk, and he is going to jump on the ball. He had 6 interceptions last year. He can do it again, and I'm just really happy for this trade for the Texans. It's just a matter of where do you go after offensive linemen now? Because you got rid of Kenyon Green, you got rid of Laremy Tunsil. Are you trading Titus Howard now too? Or are you just gonna say, all right, screw it, let's start over? Because you don't have many options in free agency. You lost Ronnie Stanley. You lost a lot of tackles. So it's like, what are you doing? You don't want to sell yourself too short. There's already a lot of players that have already been dealt. And even if you look at the tackles now and you want to restart, there's not many good names to look for. What are you going to do? Go sign Cam Robinson? I do like Joseph Noteboom. Kelvin Beacom, maybe. There's not many crazy options here to look forward to. So day one of free agency, everyone's kind of really off the board. But, man, Texans still have some work to do on the offensive line. I do like the Tunsil trade. I think everyone else agreed with me as much as I saw in the comments. But we're going to talk about Sheldon Rankins and Braxton Berrios in future videos. So check those out if you would. Thanks for watching. A little bit of a shorter video, but let me know your thoughts. CJ Gardner Johnson, how does the Texans defense look? I think it's stacked. It was a top 10 defense last year. Expect similar results. So stay out for some future videos. If you're not, sub to the channel. This is going to be an awesome 2025 season. The draft is still looking forward to. Free agency is gonna last a little while, but draft is at the end of April, and we'll see what the Texans can pull together in terms of some offensive line help. Appreciate everyone watching. Go catch a future video, and we'll see you in the next one.